Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures, and today I'm going to have another go at one of Rachel's challenges. I didn't manage to do it last week because I was having to nurse my shoulder a bit, but I thought I would join in this week. I think it looks really fun, the one she's done. It's called, or she's called them, journal cards with hidden ephemera pockets. So I've watched her video a couple of times, so I think I know what I've got to do. And I've decided I want to make one for each of the journals that I'm working on at the moment. So that's 3 journals. So 3 postcards should be possible to complete in the time or in the hour that if I don't get all 3 finished in 45 minutes, well, what's new? So I thought I'll just get started and I'll explain what I'm using as I go along. So I'm just going to press my button to start the timer. Okay, we're off. So the first one is going to be for my travel journal. And I've got these postcards, this set of 4. These are actually my own postcards that I've scanned. And I can show you, I've got the original here of this one. This is the one I think I'm going to use. It's the Tower Bridge, London. And I mean, I've got a variety of postcards here. These are all from scenes of London. I've got a little set of postcards. These were all, I think, my mum's, because these are family postcards. These are actually our personal ones. These are, I think this one was sent to my great-grandmother, I think. And it says April 10th, 96, and that's 1896 this is from. So you can see I've scanned some of the written sides, but mostly I've scanned the decorative sides, but I could probably do all of these as well because they're quite interesting with the old stamps and everything, and it's got a little nick in it and all that. So obviously the colours are a bit washed out on the scanned version. Anyway, I better crack on rather than just keep jabbering on about my postcards. So I'm just going to cut that out, and I'll show you why I've chosen this particular one. It was, not an easy choice really, but I've got this is the vellum that I'm going to use from the kit, the travel kit, and I thought this would look quite good. It looks like the ship is going under the bridge, and there's the lighthouse on the side here, and I think it might look quite cool. So I'm just got to do the pockets first. I'll just move these ones to one side for now and get my plastic. It's just one of those plastic pocket things. It's funny because I've just done a video making little thin pockets in my ephemera holder, so this is not totally different to that in a way, the process, except I used vellum for my pockets, and this is going to be plastic, which I think is a bit more tricksy to use. So I'm hoping it's going to work with my trimmer. Don't know if it likes it very much. No, it's chewed it up a bit, so I think I might have to cut it down a bit. Maybe I have to cut it this way first. I had a feeling it wouldn't like it. So I just need to grab a pen. Oh, should have got that ready, shouldn't I? I realised I was going to need a pen. So I'm just going to cut it to the width, well, roughly to the width of my postcard, I think. Try not to draw on the postcard. See if it'll work on a shorter piece. So it sort of goes so far and then it chews it up. So I think I've got enough cut to use. Just trim off this bit. Whoop. I definitely did not like cutting the plastic. Vellum is a lot easier. I could have used vellum as well, but I had so many of these. I thought, well, I'll give this a try. I've not tried doing this before. So now I've got to try and do the actual pocket. So I'm going to make the first one about 1 inch I think, because then should be able to fit 2 in reasonably comfortably, and an inch is okay for the ephemera that I'm going to be putting in here. There'll be little stamps and tickets and things, so I think the 1 inch pocket, let's just see. I might make it a little bigger if it's all a little bit of trial and error really. Got a little ticket here, so maybe we'll see if that's likely to, I think that'll be okay because I can always put things in that way as well. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll get those, I'll just get the, cut the end off so that separates the 2 pieces, because this is doubled over, and then you get them both the same size. So it's a little bit chewed up, but I might just put the straight edge at the bottom. There, where is it? And then one halfway up. So you can't really go much bigger than 1 inch, otherwise you won't get anything in the top pocket. So I'm going to, oop, that's not working very well. The whole thing's coming off. This little topper gets stuck onto it. See, everything's not cooperating because I've got glue in the topper, in the stopper, should I say. Alright, now let's just try putting a little glue on here. Hopefully by the time I get to the 3rd one I'll be getting better at doing this. I knew the pockets would be the trickiest part to do, just because plastic is very awkward to deal with. Whoop. Got that there. I think that one's stuck on. Squish out the glue so it comes out. So I hope you can't hear that rattly noise. That's my my sewing machine is just next to me, so I can use that. And when I'm pushing down the glue, it's making the reel rattling a little bit. Let's put this one on. Okay, try to keep the glue as thin as I possibly can, and stick that on halfway up. Yep, okay, it's around about there. I'm going to have to just take that off for a moment, it's annoying me now. It's just rattling on its spool. Okay, so that's the first one. Pockets on, hopefully they're okay. Then the next one is going to be, so I've got my backing paper ready to go as well. And the next one is the bird journal. So I didn't have many blank postcards apart from my own ones, but I did find I had these in my stash, which are the, I think this was a freebie from Artie Mays. She had a free selection of ephemera that you could download. Had quite a long while ago. Just got to decide which of the bird ones I want to use. I think it's this one. I think I'll use this one because the vellum that I've printed, it would work best with this one, I think. Alright, so put those aside. They're really beautiful considering, you know, she's given away for free. That was very generous. Right, okay, I have another battle with the trimmer. Now I think for this one I was going to do a deeper, one single deeper pocket, because the ephemera is bigger. So I'm going to try doing it at 2 inches, I think. So hopefully that'll work. I'm going to try and hold it down. I think that worked a little bit better. Might just try cutting this one down and then it's ready for the next one. This is going to work. No. I don't think that worked very well. I may have to cut another one. Anyway, never mind. I'll come back to that. So I just want a single, fairly deep pocket there. So I'm just going to mark, well, I'll just trim it off at the edge. They're all similar sort of size anyway. And if I trim that off there, it should be about right. Hopefully. Yep, that goes on there quite nicely. So I'll just glue that on. She says, because she forgot to put the topper back on, didn't I? Doing my little thin bead of glue. I feel like it's a bit like deja vu. I spent a lot of time doing this the other day. Doing little thin beads of glue at the end, at the bottom of little see-through pockets. This is a very different project, of course. Right, that's that one. We're ready to roll. Oh, ready to sew, I suppose. And then I want to do one for my wedding journal. So I just want to put my stopper, whatever it is, pin back in my glue. Right, so yes, I've been working a little bit on the wedding journal because the my nephew's wedding appears to be going ahead after all in Rhodes, on the Greek islands. Right, so this is from the kit that I'm using, or one of the kits I'm using for the journal, which is called Creamy Roses. I just thought it was really, really pretty. But I'm still using the kits that I used for the first journal, just because they're so beautiful. This is not specifically a wedding kit. I just thought it was really pretty and went quite well with everything else. So it's got this postcard, which is rather lovely, and then I thought these two ladies would go nicely on there, two little brides, and then it brings in the wedding feel. So let's crack on and get these pockets done. I'm going to have to try and maybe I'll do it with that one. Is that going to be wide enough? Yes, I'm going to see if I can cut a piece from this. Maybe if I did it that way and just eyeballed roughly guess how big the pockets need to be, rather than having the long bit and this little tiny bit this end. Maybe it will go better if the short bit's sticking out this side. It doesn't have to be exactly any particular size. We got it? Almost. Almost. Starts off okay. And then just the last bit it doesn't like. I think it's possibly part of the problem is doing it double as well, but that way you get them the same size. Put that over there. So I'm going to cut that off. That's the join. But actually this end is neater, so I'm going to cut them to size the other end. Hang on. Oh, it's slippery. Slippery, slippery. Cut them about there. I hope that's about right. Make sure they're joined together. Oh, get rid of those bits. Oh, still joined together a little bit. That's that. I think that's about right, and I can do a double there. Yep, not too high, otherwise you can't get anything in the top one. Alright, let's get these stuck on and then do the sewing. It's hard to actually see where the where the pocket ends. Okay. I've got one slightly large blob. Just try and get rid of that a little bit. Right, let's try this. And the other one. Can't be sure that the edges are completely straight, but because it's clear, you can barely notice anyway if it's not got a slightly wonky edge. I don't think it'll really notice. I think I've got some cute little bits and pieces, little tickety things that I can put in these pockets for the wedding journal. Okay. Right. I'm just going to get my little spatula in there and make sure there's a little bit where it's a lot a bit thick, and I want to try not to encourage it not to stick too much. Just enough to hold it while I sew it. Okay, that should do it. Okay, so the next job is to sew these in place, which I will attempt to do on camera. This could be a foolish idea, but I'm going to go for it. Let me postmark out the way. Postcard thing. Try and clear the decks a little bit so I've got room to pull my sewing machine over. Yep. Oh, I forgot I'd taken the cotton off the spool to stop it rattling. Okay. Just wind it up a bit. Right, let's go for it. So I think what she did, she ran the postcard and then across the middle. So I start at the end of the start there, I think. Let's see how this goes. What have I got? Yep, straight, nice long straight stitch. Let's go. What was that? I'm not at all sure that that's still... Is the cotton still in there? No, there's no cotton in there. I'm going to have to pause because the cotton's come out of my needle. So I will stop the... I'll pause the timer and then I'll resume when I start up again because I've got to redo the needle. Okay, I've sorted out the sewing machine. I'm going to restart or resume the timer there. And let's see how we go. The thread broke because it had got itself caught around the spool. And gone too far. Now we've got to go along the middle pocket. Bit of blind faith going on here because I can hardly see where it is. Okay, take that one out. I'm clearly not nearly as quick as Rachel is on this sewing business, but let me just see, have I caught it all? Oh, I might have done. Anyway, enough of it I think to hold it with the glue as well. Okay, let's do the next one. I don't have to worry about doing the one in the middle with this one because it's a single pocket, so that will save time. Okay, go forward, just do a little back stitch. And around the top. Okay. Pull that one off. Gone a bit wobbly, but never mind. We'll just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Right, and this one's got the double pocket again, so I might start it at the pocket. And then it gets a bit more reinforced then. Okay. Now I don't need to do a back stitch. because I'll be going over it twice. And across the top. And then across the middle. Again, with a bit more with a bit of blind faith, hoping it goes straight. Okay. Well, I think we've caught it, just about, or most of it anyway. Okay, so that's that bit of sewing done. Now I've got to put the backing on, and then I can trim them down to size. Right, so the backing for this one, I'm not sure where this comes from, it's just a piece I had in my stash, so and I'm going to use a bit of this. I've seen Tina using this kind of glue, and so does Rachel, rather than the glue stick. And I thought maybe that would speed things up a bit. I've had this for ages, I forget to use it. And it is a lot quicker than a glue stick. So we'll just try and glue it all over. Put it up there. Stick that down. Let's do a bit of smoothing on the back. Alright, that's one. Get a bit of a production line going. And the next one, this is for the wedding one. Oops. That's where things went horribly wrong. I've got loads of strings now. Yeah, I think when I put the spool back onto its... No, when I put the cotton back onto its spool, it somehow got itself all tangled, and then it couldn't turn anymore, and it just tore, which is why it stopped working. Okay. Come on, glue. Just put loads on, make sure it sticks. Saves all that glue book nonsense as well, doesn't it? If you've got hang on. Which way round am I? Doesn't really matter. Yeah, if you've got a bit of a border, so I thought I won't cut it out until I put the backing on, and then you don't have to worry too much about getting right up to the edges. Just got some little bumps where the sewing is. Apart from that, it's all good. There's that one. And this is the one for the Virgin. Trim that off. And one more time. I will have to go to the edges on this one because there wasn't really any space to leave where I was cutting it out. On two sides anyway. falling over. Okay, let's put that. So I'm going to go right to the edge. No, of course I can't. I'll probably have to trim it a little bit. Okay, stick this down. So I haven't got the ridge in the middle on this one because I've only got one pocket. Right. Let's cut them out. And then that's one. So I've got a bit of a production line going with this. I hope I get a chance to at least finish one. I've got a quarter of an hour left. We will see. And last bit. Okay. Get rid of some of these bits. Right, now it's time to do the fun part. Now I've lost one. What did I do with it? Oh, I haven't cut this one out. I thought I'd finished. Should have known better. Nothing's that quick. I mean, I will finish them in the hour. It's a case of will I get them, any of them finished in the 45 minutes. I'll be close because I think there isn't much more to do now. Just getting those the vellum pieces cut to the right size. I don't think it'll be as quick as Rachel manages to do it in. Right, so I've got three postcards. Now this one is for my travel one. So I thought the bit that I like, I don't know if you can see through there, but I've got the boat and the lighthouse, and I thought the boat could look like it was going under the bridge. In my fanciful head, that's what I thought. But I want most of the lighthouse to be in as well. Right, there's my pen. So I need it to be cut at about, where's there? I can't see the bottom of it. There. And about there. And here. And here. Well, hopefully that'll do. Let's see if I can make it work. A bit tricky to see. a bit more, otherwise I'm going to end up with pen marks. And just cut the little top off the lighthouse, just because I want to get a bit of seeing as well. Now, where was the... Okay. Alright, let's cut that piece. And then I've got... Now I don't trust myself to be able to sew it without gluing it a little bit first, so I'm just going to do a tiny little just a few little dabs of glue along top to hold this ready for sewing. Hopefully it'll just hold enough. Just that little bit, so I can just zigzag across the top in a moment. And then you've got the boat going right under the tower bridge, which I rather like that effect. I think that looks quite cool. Anyway, so the next one is, let's put this top on as well. Just going to clear some of these things out of the way. This is the wedding one, so I think it's pretty much that section there. So I'm going to cut it down and then cut it to size a bit further. So I know I want that line there where the ladies' head, because I want to cut the ladies' heads off, and then I might just have to cut them down and the bottom. Alright, do a little mark. And mark there. Alright, so I've got a mark at the side, smudged a little bit, hopefully it won't show. Just cut it off. Okay, and then I've got my two lovely brides right on top of the postcard. So stick those on. As I say, I have been working a bit on this wedding journal. I really need to get cracking on it now that I know the wedding is going ahead. It's in the middle of June, but I don't think I'll be aiming to send this to them until afterwards, but because I'm not going now, we had to cancel it. So I don't really fancy travelling, and our plane was cancelled anyway. But yeah, I need to get this done, but I will do a flip through, and I may even make some, I don't know if I make any other ephemera. I might do. Got one or two things I'd like to make, which I may do on camera, and I will definitely show you how it looks. I've done the cover, so I'm pleased with that. That's Oh, it hasn't stuck. Whoops. Yeah. Come on. Stick, stick, stick. Hasn't stuck at all, is it? Oh, that's holding me up. No, it's just a message on my phone. Always seems to happen when I'm filming. Okay. Let's try the stick in that now. I need it to just hold enough until I'm ready to sew it. Hopefully by the time I get it to the sewing machine it will have dried. Alright, last one. And that is the bird one. So I've got this paper printed on vellum. So I thought this bird on this side would look rather nice. So that's where I'm going to put it. There's my pen. So mark that at about there. And the bottom one at about there. Alright. I don't want it to smudge. I'm hoping it won't smudge again. Alright, there we go. Just do it just inside the black mark. And I've got this beautiful piece for another time, for another piece of ephemera. Some stage. There we go. Let's have a look. And that will just go on there nicely. So let's stick that one on. And all I've got to do then is sew them. Alright, there we go. Okay. Sewing machine's on. Let's do them in the order that I started, so to make sure they're dry, in the hope that they're dry. Well, I should get one done at least. I've got 2 minutes left. See how many I can get done in that time, shall we? Oh, this isn't... That's my original postcard. Where's the other one gone? Oh, isn't that just typical? 1, 2... Where'd it go? I must have thrown it aside. There it is. Okay, here it is. Right, just going to feed them through, one after the other, see how many I can get finished. And one And this one. Oh, can I get it done? Can I get it done? Right. Okay. Woohoo! Right, so that's that one. And this one. And this one. I got them done, can you believe it? No. There we are. There goes the timer. Whoa, that was close. Okay, let's dismiss it. Right. So, let's get rid of all the stringy bits. So we've got this one, which is my travel one, with Tower of London underneath. Quite an old picture of the Tower of London, so in keeping with the vintage travel theme. And this one with the, let's just fold this up. So I've got a few bits and pieces handy. I thought I might just try putting a few things into the pockets just so that we can see how they look. So that's the little wedding one. I love that. There's two ladies. It's a beautiful kit. This is the kit by Liana Scrap. And this is the Artie Mae's Beautiful Birds kit. And this is one of her postcards. She's also got birds on it, so that's quite fitting. So let's just see. Where did I put all my bits of ephemera? I had a little pile. There we go. So this is my bits and pieces for the travel one. Let's just see what we can get in the pocket. So I've got a bag of stamps. I know you've seen my little stamp ephemera holder, but this is all the ones I couldn't get in. I just had so many, and I thought, well, these are quite pretty, some of these. So there's a really pretty one from Australia. So let's do some foreign ones, as this is a travel journal, and they're nice and colourful. Let's see what else I've got. Nice colourful one as well. No idea where that's from. Oh, it's an English one, but it's got the genie and the lamp on it for some reason. Just put another whole bunch of stamps with Concord on. I can put that in. Travel. Not particularly vintage, or I suppose it's getting more vintage now. It's been a long while since Concord's been in the air. There we are. Just put those in, just willy-nilly, because I haven't got time to arrange them beautifully. And I thought I could put in a few tickets. Oh, there's another aeroplane one there. Maybe I'll put that in. What I need is a boat one, really. So I think I'd probably look more carefully through my stamps before I actually make my final choice. It's just to get an idea of how they would look in the pockets, really. Okay, put that in there. And then let's see, what else have I got? I've got picked out a few little tickets. Got two the same for some reason. Anything else? What's this? It's a tickety thing. I think it was a cut apart. Like that. That one, the little globe. Anyway, so I've got that. So that looks quite nice. All those bits in there. So that's that one done. Let's see what we can do with the bird one. I've got, well, that's the wedding one. So, excuse my arm again, I've just put them at the back here. So I've got a whole load of bits and pieces. These are all from the Artie Mays kits, the Nature's Remedies and the bird kit. So I thought I could probably put some things from here. Like for instance one of these. This is actually, I think that's one from Pam at the Paper Outpost, I think. So that can go in, that looks nice. And a little ticket thingy. Another bird one. So you can see why I've gone for the bigger pocket for the bird journal. What else have I got? A few little stamped pieces that I did. Nice little stamped piece of ephemera. Oh, a little squirrel. He's going to go in. You can just keep tucking things in all day. Right, so that's my little bird stroke nature one. And then, oh, I've got that butterfly as well. Might put that in. Anyway, just to get some idea of what will go in. And then I've got some few bits of wedding ephemera in here. So I'll just pick out a few little bits that I might put in. These sort of little ticket things. These are from the kit by Janie B Journals. It's one of her kits, I think. Yes, that's her kit. Hang on, upside down. Oh! Ha ha ha! You see what I've done? I've sewn this on upside down. So I'm going to have to find a way around that. Oh, what a silly woman. There we go. Example of what not to do. I'm sure one of you saw me do that. I bet one of you was shouting at me. It's upside down. So there's the postcard. So I may have to unpick it and turn it around and redo it. If I do manage to do that, I'll show you. Oh dear. I knew things were going too well. Okay, never mind. Looks very pretty. So thank you very much for joining me for this mostly successful Rachel's challenge. And she did actually say in her video, make sure you put it on the right way up. But never mind. Okay, thank you for joining me. See you again soon. Bye. Okay, I thought I'd just come and show you what I did with it after the disaster earlier. So I did manage to get off the vellum piece. In fact, this is the original one, and as you can see, it's just because I sewed it with zigzag. It was all 2 rows of holes. I thought I can't reuse that, so I had to reprint it, which is a bit annoying. But you know, I just wasn't happy to try and reuse the same piece again. And then of course my printer would not print. I had to turn off the printer and my laptop 3 times each. So it's taken me about 2 hours with fiddling about trying to get this one sheet to reprint. So it's now considerably later in the day than it was when I finished the challenge. So it's taken me all this time just to reprint this one page. But I'm glad I managed to do it, because now it looks much better. It's the right way up. And the way I covered up, you can see I've put in a few little bits and pieces into my pockets. So I covered up all the holes at the bottom that was there. There were 2 rows of holes. As you can see, I've added lace. And actually that's, sorry, excuse me. That's quite nice because it says here, lovely lace. So there's this little bit of lace here, and I just found this this lace that's just the matching colour, which I thought I was really happy about. I was umming and ahhing about cream, white, and then I found this pink corally colour, and it went beautifully with the postcard. So that's gone on there. And then of course there was a matching row of holes on the back, so I took a scrap of the vellum and covered those up. So you'd never know that I messed up. Looks like it was always meant to be to have a bit of lace at the bottom, because at least on on this one you can get away with putting lace on it because it's the wedding one, and it was the only one I felt I had to reprint. I think if either of the other two I'd done the same thing, I probably would have reused the vellum, but not on this one. I think it had to be right. So I'm really happy with how it turned out in the end. They're really fun things to do, really fun little pockets, and I've got a few nice little pieces inside for that one. And as I'll just remind you of this one, and I've just put a paper clip on this because it was popping up, and I shall do the same on this one as well and see if I can train it to stay down. This one I went rummaging and I found this gorgeous stamp with a little sailing ship on it. It's an Australian one. Yes, it's an Australian one. So that is definitely going to go in my pocket for my travel journal. And I might have a look, see if I can find any more, a bit more obviously travel themed. So that's this one, and I'm really pleased with how that one turned out as well. So there we are, there's my 3, and that's how you sort out your disasters. How not to do this. I think that was a lesson in, but you can always find a way if you want to make it all come right in the end. So I think I managed that. And that one, and that one, I think they're perfect for my 3 journals. So thank you once again, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.